Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about an urgent crisis happening in one of Southeast Asia's biggest cities, Manila. What's happening in Manila? Manila is literally going down, and fast. Since the 1990s, land subsidence has been identified as a threat to Metro Manila, Philippines, based on observations from geodetic data, sediment cores, field interviews, water well inventories, and satellite image analysis. A well-established theory explains how rising atmospheric temperatures lead to a more intense hydrological cycle. This leads to frequent flooding in Manila. Why is the land sinking? There are two main reasons. First, land subsidence. Manila is extracting too much groundwater to supply its growing population. When large volumes of groundwater are pumped out, the soil and rock layers lose the pressure that supports them, causing the ground to compact. Over time, this process leads to land subsidence. In low-lying urban areas like Metro Manila, this sinking worsens the effects of flooding and accelerates the city's vulnerability to rising sea levels. Second, climate change. Global temperatures are rising. This causes glaciers and ice sheets to melt, adding more water to the oceans. At the same time, warming makes seawater expand. Together, this leads to sea level rise. According to Manila Bulletin 2024, the average rate of sea level rise in Metro Manila from 1901 to 2022 was approximately 8.4 millimeters per year, based on NAMREA data. So imagine this, the land is sinking and the sea is rising. It's a double threat. This connects directly to the findings in the article by Pratap and Marcones 2022. They explain that climate change intensifies the hydrological cycle, increasing evaporation, rainfall, and glacial melt, all of which contribute to sea level rise and water stress. The impact in Manila is already visible. Flooding is now more frequent, even during high tide. People are losing their homes. Roads, buildings, and infrastructure are at risk. And the most affected? The urban poor. So, what is being done to overcome this problem? In order to overcome land subsidence, the Philippine government has banned new deep well permits in Metro Manila. According to Politico News, consumers who build new deep wells or illegally reactivate previously shut ones in Metro Manila to cope with the current water shortage may face penalties. To avoid further depletion of groundwater in Metro Manila, deep wells legally reactivated for essential infrastructure should only be used as backup sources during water supply disruptions. There are also programs under the Manila Bay Rehabilitation Project to monitor and regulate water extraction. To overcome the sea level rise in the context of climate change, on the other hand, need a strong climate action globally to slow down warming and sea rise. Since sea level rise from melting glaciers is driven by global carbon dioxide and methane emission, all countries must commit to and strengthen their nationally determined contributions NDS under the Paris Agreement. By working on this solution globally, not just Manila, but the sinking of other places affected by the rising sea level can be slowed down. In conclusion, Manila's crisis is not 100% human-made. It is also a consequence of climate change. But it is not too late. With the right policies, science, and cooperation, we can slow down the sinking.